Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I will show you how to make this bunny. The bunny is about 45 centimeters long. Tutorial is very detailed, step by step, so if you'd like to skip ahead, please use chapters. I'm gonna start with making separately tail, ears, hands, and then legs. After that I'm gonna join legs and continue with the body. Attach the tail as I go. Switch to the pink color, continue with the dress, attach hands, switch to the cream color and finish the head, attach ears. After that I will make the skirt and sculpt the face, embroider eyes, eyebrows, nose and mouth. Let's begin. For the materials, I'm using velvet yarn from Bernat in two colors, quiet pink and cream. For the eyes and eyebrows, I will use cotton yarn. Regular sewing thread can be also used for eyes and eyebrows, like this one. You just need to fold it 4 or 5 times. I will be filling up the bunny as I go, and I will use some stuffing. By the way, that's just one of the cheapest pillows that I found at Walmart. To make the ears and the dress, I will use hook 5.5 millimeters. For everything else, I will use hook 4.5 millimeters. To sculpt the face, I need tapestry needle. Throughout the project, I will be using scissors and a few markers. To help with head control, I will use a few of soft curlers that I bought at Dollarama. Making the tail with the cream yarn, starting with the magic loop. Six single crochet in a magic loop. Pulling short end of the yarn and closing our first round. From now on, in the very first stitch of each round, I will place the marker to know where did I start my round and to count the stitches that I have made. In the round number 2, I will make 6 increases. So in every stitch that I have around, I will make 2 single crochets. That's the first stitch, and I'm gonna put the marker in this stitch. Continue with one more single crochet in the same stitch. I have to make 5 more increases. In the round number 3, I'm gonna make 6 increases as well and 1 single crochet between them. I will start with one single crochet in the first stitch, then one increase. I will repeat this pattern 6 times. One single crochet, and the marker in this stitch, one increase, repeating the pattern 5 more times. At the end of round number 3, I have 18 stitches around. In the round 4 and 5, I have to make 18 stitches around without increases or decreases, still keeping my marker in the first stitch. Round number 5, again 18 single crochets around. In the round number 6, I will make 6 decreases. I will start with one single crochet in one stitch and then one decrease, taking the loops by half of the stitches. I will repeat this pattern of one single crochet and one decrease 6 times. One single crochet, one decrease, finding half of the stitch, and then the second half of the stitch, and making one single crochet through these two half of the stitches. Continue with the pattern and repeating it 5 more times. At the end of this round, I will have 12 stitches around. Next round, round number 7, will be our last one for the tail, and I will make 6 decreases in this round. At the end of the round, I will have 6 stitches around. All stitches will be made by half of the stitches. Five more decreases. I can remove the marker now. I will make the big loop, take the tail through the loop, and tie it like that. This end I'm gonna put inside. I will cut this end of the yarn, leaving a short end to attach the tail to the body and put some stuffing inside. Tail is done. Making ears with the hook 5.5 millimeters. Magic loop. And 6 single crochets in a magic loop. Pull in short end of the yarn and close in magic loop. In the second round I will make 6 increases. 2 single crochets I will make in each stitch around. At the end of the round number 2 I will have 12 stitches. In the first single crochet I will place a marker. In this way I'm gonna know where was my start of the round, and I will make sure to make exactly 6 increases around. 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. And continue with 5 more increases. Round number 3 and 6 increases as well. It will be next pattern. 1 single crochet in 1 stitch and 1 increase. I will repeat it 6 times. 1 single crochet, marker in the first stitch, 1 increase. Repeating this pattern of 1 single crochet, 1 increase 5 more times. At the end of the round number 3 I will have 18 stitches. In the round number 4 I'm gonna make 2 increases. I will make increase the first one in the first stitch, then 8 single crochets, another increase, and again 8 single crochets. And another single crochet in the first stitch. 8 single crochets. Second increase. And 8 single crochets. In the next 6 rounds, from round number 5 to the round number 10, I will continue making 2 increases in each round. First one will be in our first stitch in the round, and second one going to be in the other half of the round here. In the middle there are going to be only single crochets. The number of single crochets will be increasing round by round. And in the round number 10 I will make 14 single crochets between 2 increases. At the end of the round number 10 I will have 32 stitches around. Round number 5, 1 increase, 9 single crochets, second increase in the round number 5, 9 single crochets, round number 6, 1 increase, 10 single crochets, second increase, 10 single crochets, 1 increase, 10 single crochets, second increase, 10 single crochets, round number 7, 1 increase, 11 single crochets, second increase, 11 single crochets, 11 single crochets, second increase, 11 single crochets, round number 8, 1 increase, 12 single crochets, second increase, 12 single crochets. At the end of the round number 8, I'm gonna have 28 stitches around. Twelve single crochets, second increase, and 12 single crochets around. In the round number 9, I will have 1 increase, 13 single crochets, second increase, 13 single crochets. At the end of this round, I will have 30 stitches. Thirteen single crochets, second increase, thirteen single crochets, round number 10, 1 increase, 14 single crochets, second increase, 14 single crochets. At the end of this round, I will have 32 stitches around, and will take a break from increases after round number 10. 1 increase, fourteen single crochets, second increase in the round number 10, fourteen single crochets, I have around 32 stitches, For the next 8 rounds, I will have to make only single crochets around. In each round, that's gonna be 32 stitches, and that's without increases or decreases. So that's from round number 11 to the round 18, only single crochets around. I will meet you when I finish round number 18. I just finished round number 18. I have around 32 stitches, and from the round number 19 till the very end, that's gonna be around 38, I will gradually start making decreases. In the round with decreases, I will make 2 decreases, one in the beginning of the round and the second one in the middle of the round. In between the decreases, there are going to be only single crochets. Every other round, I will crochet without any decreases or increases. I will finish the ear with the round 38, and I will have there 12 stitches around. In the round number 19, I will have 2 decreases. First one I'm going to make in the beginning of the round. 1 decrease, and the decreases I'm going to make by taking half of the stitches. So 2 half of the stitches are on the hook. I'm gonna grab the yarn, take them through those half of the stitches, and finish this decrease. I will place the marker in this stitch. Continue with 14 single crochets before our second decrease. Second decrease, again taking half of the loops. And finishing this round with 14 single crochets. "30 stitches around, and in the next round, number 20, I'm gonna make 30 single crochets around without any decreases. Round 21, then another pair of decreases. 1 decrease, 13 single crochets, second decrease, 13 single crochets. At the end of this round, I will have 28 stitches around. 1 decrease, taking only half of the stitches for the decrease. Thirteen single crochets. Second decrease. And 13 single crochets. Round 22 without decreases, 28 single crochets around. Round 23, 1 decrease, 12 single crochets, second decrease, 12 single crochets. 1 decrease. Twelve single crochets. second decrease, twelve single crochets. In the round 24, making 26 single crochets around without decreases. Round 25, 1 decrease, 11 single crochets, second decrease, 11 single crochets. At the end of this round, I will have 24 stitches around. 1 decrease, eleven single crochets, second decrease, and finishing with 11 single crochets around. Round 26 and 24 single crochets around without decreases. Round 27, 1 decrease, 10 single crochets, second decrease, 10 single crochets. Ten single crochets. Second decrease, and finishing it with 10 single crochets. At the end of the round number 27, I have 22 stitches around, and for the next two rounds, round number 28 and 29, I will make only single crochets around, and I will meet you when I finish round number 29 with 22 single crochets. Round 29 is done, and in the next round, round number 30, I will continue making decreases. That's gonna be 1 decrease, 9 single crochets, second decrease, 9 single crochets. At the end of the round number 30, I will have 20 stitches around. 1 decrease, nine single crochets. Another decrease, nine single crochets. Round 31, I'm making 20 single crochets without decreases. Round number 32, 1 decrease, 8 single crochets, Second decrease, 8 single crochets. At the end of this round I will have 18 stitches around. Eight single crochets. Second decrease. Eight single crochets. Eighteen single crochets around in the round number 33 without decreases. Round 34, 1 decrease, 7 single crochets, second decrease, 7 single crochets. At the end of the round I will have 16 stitches around. Seven single crochets. Second decrease. Seven single crochets. Round 35 without decreases, 16 single crochets around. Round 36, 1 decrease, 6 single crochets, another decrease, 6 single crochets. At the end of the round I will have 14 stitches around. First decrease. Six single crochets. Second decrease. And 6 single crochets. Fourteen single crochets in the round number 37. Round 38 will be our last one for the ears, and that's the last one with decreases as well. I will make 1 decrease, 5 single crochets, 1 decrease, and again 5 single crochets. At the end of this round I will have 12 stitches around. 1 decrease, five single crochets, second decrease, and 5 more single crochets. One ear is done. Now I'm just gonna loosen this loop, take through this loop ear, and tie this end to secure the knitting. Now I can cut the yarn and I don't need to leave really long end. I will just leave the end to secure the knitting. I don't need to put any stuffing inside, and I just continue with making the second ear. 2 ears are done. Making a hand. Magic loop and 6 single crochet in a magic loop. Pulling short end of the yarn and closing magic loop. 6 increases in the second round, 2 single crochets in each stitch around. At the end of the round number 2, I will have 12 stitches around. For every first stitch in each round, I will use the marker to mark the first stitch. So 1 increase is done, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, and I will continue with other 5. In the round number 3, I will do next 1 single crochet in 1 stitch, 1 increase. So 1 increase, it's 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And I will repeat this pattern 6 times. At the end of the round number 3, I will have 18 stitches around. So 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeating that 6 times. In the next 2 rounds, round number 4 and 5, I will have 18 single crochets around without increases or decreases. I will meet you when I finish round number 5 with 18 single crochets. Five rounds are done. I have 18 stitches around. In the round number 6, I will make 2 single crochets, 1 increase, and I will repeat this pattern 6 times. At the end of the round number 6, I will have 24 stitches around. And 1 increase. 5 more repetitions. In the round number 7, I will make 24 single crochets around without decreases or increases. I will meet you at the end of the round number 7. In the 8th round, I'm gonna start with decreases. First, I will make 12 single crochets and then 6 decreases. 12 single crochets. Now I have to make 6 decreases, and at the end of this round I will have 18 stitches around. All decreases I will be making taking the stitch by first half of the stitch or front half of the stitch. So one half of the stitch, second. Now I'm grabbing the yarn, taking the yarn through those two half of the loops and finishing this decrease. Continue with 5 more decreases. Again, half of the stitch, second half of the stitch, grabbing the yarn, and second decrease is done. Continue. Decreases are done in this round. In the round number 9, I will continue making decreases. First, I'm gonna make 12 single crochets and then 3 decreases. At the end of this round, I will have 15 stitches around. 12 single crochets. And 3 decreases. At the end of the round number 9, I will pull the end of the yarn that I have here really tight, the one that we started with, and I will secure that a little bit and put it inside of the hand. I will also add some stuffing inside. Starting with the round number 10 till the round number 16, I will have to make 15 stitches around without increases or decreases. At the end of the round number 16, I will still have 15 stitches around. Continue with my knitting and I will meet you when I finish round number 16. At the end of the round 16, I will add more stuffing. In the round number 17, I will make more decreases. This time I'm gonna start with 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. I will repeat this pattern 3 times, and at the end of this round I will have 12 stitches around. 3 single crochets, one decrease, again 3 single crochets, second decrease, and again 3 single crochets, and third decrease. In the next 3 rounds, I will make 12 single crochets without increases or decreases. I will meet you at the end of the round number 20 with the same 12 stitches around. I finished round number 20 and I will add a little more stuffing to the hand. In the round number 21, I will make the switch to the pink yarn. I will start with cream yarn, and in the last stitch I will make a switch to the pink one. First I'm gonna make 11 single crochets with cream yarn. Once 11th single crochet is done, I'm gonna prepare my pink yarn. I need to leave the end of the yarn that's gonna be about 1.5 meters long. So I'm just gonna put it aside like that. And I will take my yarn about here. I'm starting this 12 single crochet with cream yarn. So I'm going to the 12 single crochet, taking the yarn, and now I'm gonna make the switch to the pink yarn. So I will take pink yarn and finish this single crochet with it. I will tie a little bit my cream yarn and cut the end. So in the round number 22, I'm gonna make 12 slip stitches around, and that's important to use the end of the pink yarn that goes to the ball, not the one that we left aside. So I will make 12 slip stitches around. Go into the first stitch here. So that was one slip stitch. Go into the next one. Second. Third. And our 12th slip stitch goes to the same stitch from which one goes our pink yarn. That's where we made the join and made the switch for the yarn. So like that. That's how it looks. Let me show you. And that was the round number 22. In the round number 23, I will continue crocheting with the end of the yarn that goes to the ball. I will make 12 single crochets around, and for that I will take only half of the stitch that we just made with our pink yarn. And I will go with this half of the stitches. Not the one that closer to this side, but the one that goes towards our length of the hand. So this one. And just regular single crochets. In the first one, I will put the marker again and continue with another 11 single crochets in half of the stitches. Exactly 12 single crochets are done. Now I'm gonna put this end of the yarn aside, and I have to take the one that I have here. Before that, I will secure my joining. I'm just gonna make a knot with cream yarn as the pink one. Now I'm gonna go inside of the joining where we started. So I'm gonna see where was my stitch, where I started adding my pink yarn. I'm gonna go here. So I will grab this pink yarn and I will just pull it on the right side of the work. So I'm pulling the end of the yarn, 1.5 meters that I put aside right in the beginning of the joining. The end of the yarn is on this side. I can start making round 23 with a star. I will be taking only half of the stitches that's left from the round number 22. So only those stitches. 1/2 of the stitch we already used and made with them this round number 23. Then round 23 with a star will be taking only those half of the stitches. I have to make a chain of 3, then increase with 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet, and another increase with 2 double crochets. I will continue with the pattern of 1 double crochet and 1 increase with double crochets till the end of the round. I will have at the end 18 stitches around. So I'm taking the yarn to this hand, and to begin the round I will go to my first stitch, half of the stitch, and I will make chain of 1. So I'm gonna take the yarn and make the chain of 1. Then I'm gonna pull a little this loop. I'm gonna twist the yarn and I will make another chain. That's I'm gonna count as a chain of 3. In the next half of the stitch I'm gonna make 1 increase with 2 double crochets. Yarn over, and I will go to the next half of the stitch, take the yarn and make 1 double crochet. Then again yarn over and go into the same half of the stitch and making another double crochet. In the next half of the stitch I'm making only 1 double crochet. And again 1 increase with 2 double crochets. I will make 4 more repetitions of 1 double crochet in 1/2 of the stitch and 1 increase with 2 double crochets in the next half of the stitch. Finishing the round with 1 increase with double crochets and joining it with a slip stitch. Slip stitch. Now I will cut the yarn and hide it inside. Now I will continue crocheting with the main yarn that goes to the ball of the pink yarn, and in the next rounds from round number 24 to round 28 I will make 12 single crochets around without increases or decreases. I will meet you when I finish round number 28 with 12 single crochets. After round number 28, adding a little more stuffing. Round number 29 will be our last one. In that round, we will be making decreases. And at the end of this round, we'll have 8 stitches around. I will make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and I will repeat this pattern 4 times. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. One single crochet, 1 decrease. Now I can cut the yarn. I'm just gonna make this loop a little bigger and take the hand through that loop, pull the loop, secure the yarn, and I can cut the yarn. Now I will add a little more stuffing and make the second hand. Both hands are done now. It is important to make sure that you put about the same amount of stuffing inside. If you're not gonna do that, you might think that one hand is bigger than the other one, even though the number of stitches and everything what you crochet is exactly the same. Making a leg, starting with a magic loop and 6 single crochets in a magic loop. Making 6 increases in the next round, round number 2. At the end of the round, I will have 12 single crochets around. In the round number 3, I will make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and I will repeat this pattern 6 times. At the end of the round number 3, I will have 18 stitches around. 1 increase, five more time repetitions. Round number 4, 2 single crochets, 1 increase, repeating it 6 times. At the end of this round, I will have 24 stitches around. Repeating it 5 more times. In the round number 5, I will make 3 single crochets and 1 increase. Again, repeating it 6 times. At the end of this round, round number 5, I will have 30 stitches around. 3 single crochets, one increase, five more repetitions. In the round number 6, I will make 6 increases as well, and I will start with 1 increase, then 4 single crochets, and again increase and 4 single crochets. I will repeat this pattern 6 times, and at the end of the round I will have 36 stitches around. So starting with 1 increase, I always place my marker in the first stitch. Now I will continue with the increase and single crochet in the same stitch, then 4 single crochets. Again, 1 increase, and 4 single crochets. Repeating this pattern 4 more times. In the next 5 rounds, from round number 7 to the round number 11, I will make only single crochets, and that's gonna be 36 single crochets around. I will meet you when I have all them done. So when I finish round number 11 with 36 single crochets. I finished round number 11, and before continue with the rest of the knitting, I will secure the yarn that's left here, and I will hide it inside. I will make some knot like that and just put the yarn through few of the stitches. I don't need to cut it, I can just leave it inside. In the round number 12, I will start making decreases. I will make 8 decreases and then 20 single crochets. At the end of the round number 12, I will have 28 stitches around. 8 decreases first. I will take the stitch by half of the stitch, the one that is closer to me. Grabbing the yarn and finishing the stitch. Continue with 7 more decreases. And 20 single crochets. Continue with decreases in the round number 13, 4 decreases and 20 single crochets. At the end of the round, I will have 24 stitches around. Also taking the stitch by half of the loop. And 20 single crochets. Round number 14, 2 decreases, 8 single crochets, another 2 decreases, and again 8 single crochets. At the end of the round number 14, I will have 20 stitches around. First decrease. Again, using only half of the stitches. And second decrease. Eight single crochets. Two decreases. one more decrease, and 8 single crochets. After round number 14, I will add some stuffing inside. For the next 14 rounds, from round number 15 till the round 28, I will have to make only single crochets around, and that's going to be 20 single crochets around. I will meet you when I have all those 14 rounds with 20 single crochets done. Round number 28 is done. That's how our leg looks like. Now I will have to add more stuffing and make another leg. Both legs are done, and now I can continue joining the knitting and continue with the body of the bunny. I didn't cut this yarn that I was using to knit this leg. I will use this to make the body and the rest of the bunny. I already placed the markers where I'm gonna make the joining. So I want the legs to look a little like that, just to look inside. So I'm gonna tell you how many stitches I counted from the beginning of the knitting. So I will start with this leg. So here is my first stitch of the round, and I will count 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I placed my marker here. That's where I'm gonna finish knitting this single crochet, and I will make chain of 4, and I will go to the other leg. So the other leg, this is the beginning of the knitting. I'm not gonna count this stitch where I made my last stitch of the round, and I'm counting here 1, 2, and in the third stitch I put another marker. So that's where I'm gonna make my next single crochet, and I will join these both legs in the body. So before starting the round number 1 for the body, I will make 8 single crochets. And with the first chain, I will count the beginning of a new round for the body. Round number 1 of the body, I will start with 4 chains. First chain will be the beginning of our first round. I will place the marker here, and that's gonna be a green marker, indicating the beginning of the round. In other stitches, I will also place markers. It's gonna help me to find stitches when I will be making single crochets in those chains. So chain of 4 done. Next, I will join the knitting and I will make single crochet in the marker on the other leg. Continue with single crochets on this leg, 19 stitches left and 19 single crochets to go. I made 17 single crochets on one leg. Now I'm at the point where I have my short end of the tail from this leg, and I didn't take care of that before. I didn't make a smooth join here. That's why I need to take care of that now. So I'm gonna make my single crochet number 18 just in this stitch without any changes. And after that, I will go to the stitch from previous round. I'm gonna grab the yarn and I'm gonna go to the stitch number 19 that I have to make. I'm gonna grab the yarn. Now on the hook I have 3 loops, and I'm gonna finish my single crochet with all these 3 loops. I'm making that just to avoid creating extra hole in this space. For the stitch number 20, I'm gonna do almost the same, except I'm gonna go first to the stitch number 20, grab the yarn, and then I'm gonna go to the next stitch over here. That's the stitch from previous round. I will grab the yarn as well, and I will finish this stitch. That's the first leg from the round number 1. Now I will continue with 4 single crochets in the chain of 4. On this side I'm gonna be using only half of the stitches, and other half of the stitches I will be using on this side when I'm gonna be finishing this round. So go into half of the stitch where I put my marker, and making chain of 1. Stitch number 2 and marker number 2. Third one. And for the fourth one, I have to make little adjustments as well, because if I'm gonna just make another single crochet in this chain, I'm gonna make a little hole here, because I will go to the stitch over here. That's gonna be the first stitch on this leg, not this one, because this one, that's where was my chain of 4 made, and that's where was single crochet number 8 made. So I can't go here, I will need to go here. And just to avoid creating the hole, I'm gonna go to chain, grab the yarn, and then I'm gonna go to the stitch from previous round, and that's actually that single crochet number 8 that we made just as an adjustment for the round number 1. So just go in here, grabbing the yarn, and finishing this single crochet with 3 loops on the hook. So at the end in this part where I have chains, I have only 4 stitches. Also just want to point out that specifically in these places I was crocheting a little tighter than on other places, just to avoid creating holes. I'm done with adjustments in the round number 1. Now what's left, just to make 20 single crochets in these 20 stitches on this leg. This is our left leg. At the end of the round number 1, I have 48 stitches around, 20 on one leg, 20 on the other one, and 4 here in the part where I had my chain of 4 on one side and 4 stitches on the other one. After this second round, I will remove these markers, but still I'm gonna use this green marker to indicate the beginning of the round. I will start making increases now in every 4th stitch in the round. So overall I have to make 12 increases. I will repeat the pattern of 3 single crochets, 1 increase. 1 increase, that's going to be 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Placing this marker in the first stitch of the round. And finishing our increase. So repeating this pattern of 3 single crochet and 1 increase till this marker. Round 2 is done. I have 60 stitches around. I have to say that it was a little challenging to find all the stitches to complete 60 stitches with all the increases that I made in round number 2, but it also was really important to find them. Probably it was because of the light color of the yarn and because this yarn is a velvet yarn. Next 3 rounds, round number 3, 4 and 5 will be without increases or decreases. I will make 60 single crochets in all 3 rounds. In the round number 6, I will make 4 increases. I will start with 3 single crochets, then 1 increase, 14 single crochets, 1 increase, again 14 single crochets, 1 increase, 14 single crochets, another increase, and left going to be only 11 single crochets. Starting with 3 single crochets. One increase, fourteen single crochets, one more increase, Continue with the pattern of 14 single crochet, 1 increase, 2 more times. And finishing this round with 11 single crochets. I will meet you at this point. Continue with increases in the round number 7. This time I'm gonna make a 7 single crochets, 1 increase all around. I will repeat this pattern 8 times. One increase, repeating this pattern 7 more times. I will meet you at this point. We are done with increases, and in the round number 8, 9 and 10 I will crochet only 72 single crochets around without increases or decreases. After that point I will attach the tail to the body. I will meet you at the end of the round number 10. 10th round is done. I have around 72 stitches, and in this stitch number 42 that I counted from the beginning of the round, I put my marker, and that's gonna be in the back of the bunny, and that's about our middle of the back. That's where I'm gonna put my first stitch to attach the tail. So I already put the needle, tapestry needle, in the end of the tail here, and I'm gonna go in this stitch and I will just start attaching the tail. Few extra stitches inside to secure our attaching. And I can just leave this end inside because that's going to be inside of the bunny. In the round number 11, I will make the switch to the pink yarn, and before I do that, I will have to make 42 single crochets till this marker at the back of the body. I will make the switch at this point over here because tail gonna help me to hide the place where I'm switching to different color. So making 42 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you at this point. I finished 41 single crochet around, and I'm about to switch to the pink color. I'm going for the beige yarn, and that's gonna be our stitch or single crochet number 42, and I will finish this stitch or the single crochet with the pink yarn. I'm also gonna make a loop with the pink yarn like that. I will grab this loop and take it through these 2 loops on the hook, tightening a little bit our beige yarn. Now I will continue with 72 slip stitches all around with the pink yarn. I will meet you when I finish 72 slip stitches. 71 slip stitches done, and I'm about to make 72nd one. So I'm going to this stitch right here. That's basically the same stitch where we made our joining. Just trying to find the best possible spot here. And finishing this stitch. Now I will cut this beige yarn. I'm also gonna secure our joining. And I will leave it inside. In the round number 11, we made the switch to the other color, and we also shifted our beginning of the round. So now here going to be our beginning of the round, and with the first single crochet, I'm gonna count my first stitch of the round. Now I will just turn my hook around. I will go to the half of the stitches. And I will be making single crochets only in half of the stitches around. That's gonna be 72 single crochets all around, taking the stitches by half of the stitches. And that is our first single crochet and the beginning of the new round with the pink yarn. And continue with single crochets around. With the other halves of the stitches that's left here, we will continue to make the skirt. I will meet you when I be at this point at the end of the round. In the next 8 rounds, I will make only single crochets without increases or decreases. That's gonna be 72 single crochets around, from the round number 13 to the round number 20. I will meet you at the end of the round number 20. In the round number 21, I'm gonna start making decreases. I will start with 1 decrease, 7 single crochets, and repeat this pattern 8 times. First decrease, and I'm taking only half of the stitches, and finishing single crochet. That's our first decrease. Continue with 7 single crochets. Repeating this pattern 7 more times. 1 decrease, 7 single crochets. I will meet you at the end of the round 21. Next 2 rounds, round 22 and 23, I will make without increases or decreases. That's going to be only 64 single crochets around. I will meet you at the end of the round number 23. Continue with decreases in the round number 24. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, and repeating this pattern 8 times. 1 decrease, six single crochets, seven more repetitions left. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round 25 without decreases, 56 single crochets around. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round 26, 1 decrease, 5 single crochets, repeating it 8 times, and at the end of the round we'll have 48 stitches around. 1 decrease, 5 single crochets, 7 more repetitions. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round 27, 48 single crochets around without decreases. Round number 28, 1 decrease, 4 single crochets, repeating the pattern 8 times. 1 decrease, 4 single crochets, 7 more repetitions. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round number 29 and 40 single crochets around without decreases. I will meet you at the end of the round, and in the next round, round number 30, we'll be attaching hands to the body. Round 29 is done. I have 40 stitches around, and in the next round, round number 30, I will be attaching hands to the body. Before that, I need to take care of the yarn that I have here, so I will just simply hide it inside. Now let's see where exactly we're gonna make our attachments. I already placed the markers on hands, and I'm placing them like that, and here we can clearly see where was our end of the knitting for each of the hand, and that's our left leg, so we'll start with that. For the left leg, I just folded this part and I place the marker in our last stitch of the round. That's where we're gonna start attaching our hand to the body. So we'll start with this stitch and attach it to the body. For the right hand, they're also folding like that. And from the beginning of the round, I counted 4 stitches. So normally we would make single crochet in this stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I placed a marker right in the 4th stitch. So that's exactly where we're gonna make our attachment, but we'll go this way for 4 stitches. Why 4 stitches? 4 stitches because in the round number 30, we'll attach 4 stitches on each side, and in the other round, round 31, we'll attach the other 4 stitches. Around on hands, we have 8 stitches. For the body, let's go to our beginning. So that's the beginning of the round. Here we have our marker, and from this point, counting this stitch as well with a marker, I counted 12 stitches and I placed the marker in this 12 stitch. That's the orange marker here. Going to the front. So from the front marker, orange one, I counted 20 stitches and I placed the marker, orange one, in this side. So here we're gonna start attaching one leg. We'll use 4 stitches. Here I placed the green marker where we're gonna end attaching in the round 30. Then we'll make in between these green stitches 13 single crochets. Then starting with the green marker here, we have 4 stitches as well, it is the orange one, and we'll start attaching the other leg, and then we'll finish our round number 30 with single crochets till the beginning of the round. So beginning round number 30 with 11 single crochets. Now we'll attach our left hand. Here is our stitch. I can remove the marker as well. Then I will go to the stitch with the marker on the body. I can remove that marker as well. And I will make single crochet here. Now going for the second stitch on the hand, on the body as well. Stitch number 3. And the fourth one, the last one. Now making 13 single crochets before the green marker. Now attaching the right hand. We're going for the first stitch on the hand. That's where we have our stitch marker. I can remove the marker now. And go into our green marker on the body. And making single crochet. Now looking for the second stitch on the hand, on the body as well. Number 3. And 4. I can remove the marker here as well now. Continue with 8 single crochets. That was around the number 30, and that's how we attached first halves of the hands to the body. After round number 30, I have 40 stitches around, and in the round number 31 I will be attaching this side of the hand to the body. First I'm gonna make 11 single crochets on this side, then I'm gonna make some adjustments on this part, that's gonna be a decrease, and then I will make 4 single crochets on this side, then there's gonna be another decrease on this part, 13 single crochets, another decrease on this side, 4 single crochets of the hand, and another decrease here. And I will finish with 8 single crochets, and that's how I'm gonna finish round number 31. 11 single crochets. Now I want to make this side of the hand our new part of the round. And if I'm gonna just make 4 single crochets here on this side, there are gonna be a little hole here. So just making this stitch, single crochet, I'm gonna make with some adjustments or some decreases. So I will go before that in this stitch, that was our first stitch for attaching this left leg. I'm gonna grab the yarn, I will still have it on the hook, then I'm gonna go to the stitch on the hand. That's gonna be the first stitch that I can find, and here I'm going to the actual stitch, which one I'm gonna count the first stitch for the hand that I'm gonna need. So right now on the hook I have 4 loops, and I'm finishing this single crochet with all these 4 loops. Now I will continue with the other 3 single crochets, and I'm making them in this part of the hand. So 1, 2, and the third one I'm gonna make with some adjustments as well. So first I'm gonna go with the stitch for of the hand, the one that I was supposed to do, and then I'm gonna go to the next stitch. That's gonna be the stitch where I already made attachment in previous round, and to the stitch from the body, that also the stitch where we made our attachments to the previous round. Now again I have 4 stitches or 4 loops on the hook, and I will finish this with single crochet like that. Now for the middle part I will make 13 single crochets. For the right hand, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna make some adjustments with kind of decreases on this side. So I'm gonna go first to the stitch on the body, grab the yarn. Then I'm gonna go to the stitch from the hand. Both those stitches are from previous round. And then I'm gonna go to the first stitch that I am supposed to knit and to make one single crochet. I have on the hook 4 loops, and I'm finishing this single crochet with all these 4 loops. Then I'm making 2 more single crochets. And then for the third one, I'm first going with the hook to the stitch that I'm supposed to knit. Then to the previous one also on the hand. And then to the one from previous round on the body. Again, I have 4 loops on the hook. And just finishing that. And finishing the round with 8 single crochets. At the end of the round, the number 31, that's what we have. 40 stitches around and hands attached to the body. There are also a little holes. I'm gonna add a little more stuffing for the hands here. And that's how our attaching of the hands looks like. Round number 32. We'll continue with decreases. 1 decrease, 3 single crochets, and we'll repeat this pattern 8 times. At the end of the round, we'll have 32 stitches. 1 decrease, 3 single crochets, 7 repeating the pattern 7 more times. Round number 33. 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, repeating the pattern 8 times. One decrease, continue with the pattern 7 more times. At the end of the round number 33, I have 24 stitches around. In the next round, I'm gonna make only 24 single crochets around, and also in the last stitch, I'm gonna make the switch to the other color, and I will continue with the head. So round number 34, 24 single crochets around. I will meet you when I'll be at this point and when I'm gonna be ready to make the switch. I will make 23 single crochets, and on 24th one I'm gonna meet you. I finished 23 single crochets, and I already cut the pink yarn because I'm not gonna use it anymore for the body, only for the skirt that I'm gonna finish later. And I already prepared the loop with the beige yarn, with which I'm gonna continue making the head. So I'm going for the stitch 24, and that's gonna be single crochet 24. Going to the stitch, grabbing our pink yarn, grabbing new loop, adjusting it a little bit and going with this loop through all the 2 loops that I have on the hook. Now I'm gonna secure the joining. I'm gonna make a knot with beige and pink yarn, and I will hide these ends inside. I will continue with the beige yarn, and now I'm gonna make 24 slip stitches all around. Finishing the last 24th stitch, and this stitch I'm making to the same stitch where we made our joining. That might be a little tight. This round of 24 slip stitches around, I'm gonna count as my first round for the head. And the second round will be the round with single crochets. That's gonna be 24 single crochets around, which I'm gonna make taking only half of the stitches for the beige yarn. Before that, I'm just gonna make my loop a little bigger, twist the hook. We'll go to the first half of the stitch, grab the yarn, and finish the first single crochet in the round number 2. I'm gonna also place my marker in this first stitch. And continue with 23 more single crochets around. In the round number 3, we'll start making increases. 3 single crochets, 1 increase, and 6 repetitions. At the end of the round number 3, we'll have 30 stitches around. 3 single crochets, one increase. Repeating this pattern 5 more times. That's how our joining looks like. Joining of the color of the yarn. And just to make it a little more smooth, I'm gonna make some adjustments. So I have on the wrong side of the work a little bit of beige yarn. I'm gonna grab it and I will just take this end of the yarn to the right side and take it back, just to make a little adjustment and to make our joining a little smoother. Round number 4, 4 single crochets, 1 increase. Repeating the pattern 6 times. At the end of the round, I will have 36 stitches around. 1 increase, repeating this pattern 5 more times. Round number 5, I'm gonna start with 3 single crochets, 1 increase, then it's gonna be 5 single crochets, 1 increase, repeating the pattern of 5 single crochet and 1 increase 5 times, and finishing the round with 2 single crochets. 3 single crochets, three single crochets are done, 1 increase, five single crochets, one increase, repeating 5 single crochets, 1 increase 4 more times, finishing round number 5 with 2 single crochets. At the end of the round number 5, I have 42 stitches around. Round number 6, 6 single crochets, 1 increase, repeating this pattern 6 times. One increase, repeating this pattern 5 more times. At the end of the round, I will have 48 stitches around. Round number 7, 4 single crochets, 1 increase, 7 single crochets, 1 increase, repeating the pattern of 7 single crochets and 1 increase 5 times, finishing the round with 3 single crochets. 4 single crochets, one increase, seven single crochets, one increase, repeating 7 single crochets and 1 increase 4 more times, finishing the round with 3 single crochets. Round number 8, 8 single crochets, 1 increase, repeating the pattern 6 times. One increase, five more repetitions. At the end of the round number 8, I'm gonna have 60 stitches around. In the next 5 rounds, from the round number 9 till the round number 13, I will make 60 single crochets around without increases or decreases. I will meet you at the end of the round number 13. Round 13 of the head is done, and now it's time to add some more stuffing to the legs and to the body, and to fit a little more of the stuffing to the hands as well. After round number 13, I'm gonna start making decreases, and it's gonna be harder to fit stuffing inside the body. To prevent the head from wobbling, I'm gonna add inside the body these little things. I have to add them now because later that's gonna be harder to put them inside, to fit them inside. Overall, I put 4 big ones and 2 small ones. Round 14, 8 single crochet, 1 decrease, and repeating this pattern 6 times. At the end of the round, I will have 54 stitches around. One decrease, five more repetitions. Round 15, 54 single crochets around without increases or decreases. At the end of the round, I will have still 54 stitches around. I will meet you when I finish this round. Round 16 with decreases. I'm gonna start with 4 single crochet, make 1 decrease, then gonna be a pattern of 7 single crochet, 1 decrease. I will repeat this pattern 5 times and finish with 3 single crochets at the end. At the end of the round 16, I will have 48 stitches around. 4 single crochets. One decrease, seven single crochets, one decrease, repeating 7 single crochet, 1 decrease 4 more times, and 3 single crochets at the end of the round. In two next rounds, round 17 and 18, we will make 48 single crochets without decreases. I will meet you at the end of the round 18. Round 19, 6 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeating the pattern 6 times. At the end of the round, I will have 42 stitches around. 6 single crochets. One decrease, five more repetitions. Next two rounds, round 20 and 21, without decreases, 42 single crochets around. I will meet you at the end of the round 21. Round 22, 5 single crochet, 1 decrease and 6 repetitions. At the end of the round I will have 36 stitches around. 5 single crochets. One decrease. Five more repetitions of 5 single crochet, 1 decrease. Round 23, 36 single crochets without decreases. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round 24, 4 single crochets, 1 decrease. Repeating this pattern 6 times. At the end of the round I will have 30 stitches around. 4 single crochets. One decrease. Five more repetitions. I will meet you at the end of the round. Round 25, 3 single crochets, 1 decrease. At the end of the round I will have 24 stitches around. 3 single crochets. One decrease. Five more repetitions. Around 26, 2 single crochets, 1 decrease. Repeating the pattern 6 times. At the end of the round I will have 18 stitches around. 2 single crochets. One decrease. Five more repetitions. After round 26, I will put inside the head some stuffing and attach ears. I didn't hide the ends of the yarn for the ears, so I'm gonna start with that and then I will attach ears to the head. I already put some stuffing for the head and I think that's gonna be enough. I finished the ears with 12 stitches around and I will be using only 6 stitches to attach them to the head. I will fold them like that by half and I will be using half of the stitch on one side. I'm gonna find half of the stitch on the other one and that's how I'm gonna be attaching the ear to the head. I will use only 6 stitches, half of the stitch on one side, half of on another one. I folded them in this way, so on one side I have here a beginning of the knitting here as well, and that's how I'm gonna start attaching them. On the head I have 18 stitches around, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start attaching them from where my marker is. That's gonna be 6 stitches of the head and 6 stitches of the ear knitting together, then 6 another stitches with another ear just knitting together, and then 6 stitches gonna be in the middle. That's gonna be another 6 single crochets. My beginning of the round shifted in the way. That's where I'm gonna look at my head. Those 6 stitches or 6 single crochets that I'm about to make, that's gonna be right in the middle of the head. If in your case the beginning didn't shift in this way, you'll have to make little adjustments. So 6 stitches that we are gonna knit without ears gonna be right in the middle of the head. However, if you followed the pattern, you should have the same beginning of the knitting as I do. That's round 27 and we started attaching our ears to the head. So for the first stitch I'm looking first for the part of the ear that's going to be half of the stitch on one side, that's going to be on the other one. I'm going to the first stitch on the head, grabbing the yarn and going with the yarn through all those stitches. I'm going to tie it a little, and I'm finishing single crochet. I'm going to put my marker back and continue with 5 more stitches or 5 more single crochets in this way. So half of the stitch on the ear part, we are gonna go to the next ear right away. 1 stitch or half of the stitch, the other one, and looking for the next stitch on the head, grabbing the yarn and finishing our first single crochet. And the last one is going to be a struggle again. So 1, 2, finishing with 6 single crochets. So in the round 27, overall we completed 18 single crochets around without decreases. After that, I'm gonna add a little more stuffing because that's gonna be my last chance to add a little stuffing if I need to, and I think I need around 28, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. At the end of the round, I will have 12 stitches around. 1 single crochet, one decrease, repeating the pattern 5 more times. Round 28 is our last round. Now I will cut the yarn and close the hole with tapestry needle. I will be looking for 6 half of the stitches that's left here. I will pick them up with a tapestry needle and tie them and close this hole. I'm gonna go one more time, just pick up a few stitches or few half of the stitches as well, just to make the hole invisible. Secure the yarn and hide it inside. That's how it looks. Now I just need to finish the skirt and to sculpt the face. I will start with finishing the skirt. I will start the skirt with this half of the stitches that were left with the pink yarn. For the first round I'm gonna use hook 4.5 and then I'm gonna switch to the bigger hook 5.5 millimeters. That's the same hook with which I made the ears. I'm also gonna use pink yarn. I'm gonna start with making one loop with this pink yarn, and I'm gonna go somewhere here. That should be our first stitch. I'm gonna twist my hook like that, and I'm gonna make another chain. I'm gonna count this one as my first double crochet. Then I'm gonna go with yarn over. I'm gonna look for the next half of the stitch. Again, yarn over, and looking for the next stitch, half of the stitch. Yarn over and the next half of the stitch. Yarn over and the next half of the stitch. And continue with the same double crochets till the end of the round. At the end of the round, I should have 72 double crochets or 72 stitches around. I will meet you at the end of the round. I finished 70 double crochets. Now I have to make 2 more and join the round. So and 72. Join the round with a slip stitch. In the second round, I'm switching to the hook 5.5 millimeters. I'm gonna start round with a chain of 2. I will count that as my first double crochet, and now I'll continue with 4 more double crochets, 1 increase. 1 increase gonna be with 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. Then I will repeat the pattern of 5 double crochets, 1 increase till the end of the round. In this round I will make overall 12 increases, so at the end I will have 84 stitches around. One increase, now I will continue with 5 double crochets, 1 increase till the end of the round, and I will meet you when I finish this round. Finishing the round with a slip stitch. "84 double crochets without increases in the next third round. Chain of 2. I'm gonna count that as my first double crochet. Continue till the end of the round. Round number 4, 6 double crochets, 1 increase, and I will repeat this pattern 12 times. At the end of the round, that's gonna be 96 stitches around or 96 double crochets around. Starting the round with a chain of 2, which I'm gonna count as my first double crochet. And continue with 5 more double crochets. 1 increase, continue with this pattern till the end of the round, joining the round with a slip stitch. "96 double crochets without increases in the next round, round number 5, starting with a chain of 2, continue till the end of the round, joining the round with a slip stitch. This time I'm gonna go in this stitch, grab the yarn and finish the slip stitch. Round number 5 will be our last round for the skirt. I can just take the whole bunny through that loop, make a knot like that, cut the rest of the yarn and hide it in my knitting. And I can hide the yarn just inside the body. I will hide the end of the yarn in the same way as well. Crocheting part of making a bunny is done. Now what's left is just to sculpt the face, embroider ears, nose and mouth. Even though biggest part of work is done, I think that sculpting a face is one of the most important parts to make a stuffed animal. To sculpt the face, I'm gonna use beige yarn. For the eyes and eyebrows, I'm gonna use black yarn. For the nose and the mouth, that's gonna be the same pink yarn that we were using for the dress. And I also need tapestry needle. I already placed my markers where I'm gonna do the sculpting and where my nose, mouth and ears going to be. So first I went to the neck. I found the first row, not the row with slip stitches, but row with single crochets. And here I can't tell you how many stitches are there to find the middle. You just need to look that your neck and the part where you're gonna sculpt the face going to be just in the middle. But I can tell you that that's gonna be our first row, and from here I'm counting 12 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I put my first marker here. That's where I'm gonna place the nose part. From this row I counted 1, 2, 3, and in this row that's gonna be our eyes here. So if I'm gonna look right here, I'm gonna find the middle stitch, and from this middle stitch I'm counting 6 stitches on one side and 6 on the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here I place my marker. That's for one eye, and another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here is another marker. To me, that's the middle part of the face, of their head, and that's where I'm gonna start sculpting the face. I have beige yarn in my tapestry needle, and first I'm going to the neck. So here is my first round, and I'm going to the next stitch over here. That's the next round, but here I have right in the middle the hole. So I'm going to this side, and I need to go to my eye part here. Then I'm going, so this is my marker. I went from one stitch, I'm going to the next one, and I'm going to this part here, to this stitch, to the next marker for the eye. Now I'm going right here, and then I need to go back to where I started, so to the neck part. And now it's just tying those parts. I can remove my markers. So that's how we sculpting them, those eyes. We're starting with eyes. I just need to make sure that I like the tension. And now I can make a knot here. Once I made a knot, I need to secure here the yarn as well. So I'm gonna go and grab one stitch and make a knot with that. In that way, my yarn won't be going back and forth, and the eyes gonna stay on the same place where they are. And once I'm done with eyes, I need to go with this yarn and sculpt the cheeks and the nose. So I will go to this part where I have my marker. And then I need to go back to the neck. So I will remove this marker, and I will go back to the neck. I will make a knot as well here and secure the yarn. And after looking at the result, I feel like I need to bring my eyes a little more just to create cheeks here. And because of that, I need to go again back to the neck, and I will go to the eye. And back to the neck. And bring it a little down. I'm gonna go to the next side to sculpt this eye as well. And finally I'm gonna tie another knot here, and I can hide the yarn inside. I will make the eyes with the black yarn. So first I'm gonna go to one eye, just to the middle part of it. I'm gonna make a knot now. This end of the yarn I'm gonna hide inside. I'm gonna find one loop or just one string of the yarn, beige one, because I need to hook to something like that. Then I'm gonna go with the black yarn and go around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 12 going to be enough. Then I gently pull the thread and pull the needle. Now I need to make it like a round. And I'll go again to the same hole. And I need to tie it like that. I will go back here. And I need to secure it. Now I'm going to the next eye here. I'm making the other eye. I will do it in the same way as I did on the first one. 12 times going around the needle. Now pulling the needle. And securing the eye. For the eyebrows, I'm gonna go with the same yarns that I already have. So this is the row where my eye lays, and I will place the eyebrow like that. So it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3 rows. I will secure the yarn and hide the end inside. And I'm gonna go with the same piece of yarn and just complete another eyebrow. For the nose, I'm using this pink yarn. I'm holding it double as well. I already prepared my tapestry needle. I'm gonna go to the part where my mouth is going to be. That's the same part where we made our sculping, and that's where was our beige yarn. So I'm going here, and I will go to the beginning of the nose. It will be where we made our sculping as well. So I'm leaving some end of the yarn there, and I will make just one loop in this part. So I'm going in the third row 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, counting like that. Going back to the middle. Now I will go here and create a loop. Now I will go to this loop and to the middle one. So basically I'm embroidering the nose until I'm happy with the way it looks. Just go in layer after layer. And the last thing, I'm just gonna go under all those stitches I completed. I will go here in the middle again. I will go here under as well. Going back and going to finish the mouth. And for the mouth, and that's in the middle, I took like 2 stitches, so I have to find 2 more here, and I will just go like that. I will go one more time, or maybe two. Let's see how this one it looks. I'm gonna go one more and just go here to the beginning, make a knot and hide the yarn inside.